At this moment, Arise Crossover offers many paths to becoming stronger. This video will guide you through the absolute fastest way to progress through the game. We will cover every crucial step, from your initial start as a new player all the way to obtaining the strongest shadows available in the game. Before undertaking any major steps, ensure you redeem the code 1.1 million likes. This special code grants you a decent relic, which is an equipable item that provides valuable stat boosts to your character. It also gives you a fast mount, a personal vehicle that significantly reduces travel time across the game's various maps. Another thing I recommend you to do is to check Anaforce. Get ready for a new level of competitive play on Roblox. Anaforce is the upcoming hero shooter that truly stands out. You won't find anything else quite like it on the platform. It's a high-octane experience inspired by Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, but with an unmistakable anime flair. Step into battle as your favorite characters from Jujutsu Kaisen, Caillou No. 8, Dragon Ball, and more. Each hero is crafted with unique abilities for intense team combat. Anaforce launches on Roblox very soon. Join our official Discord for exclusive sneak peeks and release details. Link in description. Don't miss the next big thing. Your immediate objective as a new player is to establish a robust base team of shadows. This initial team will be the foundation for your journey towards reaching the powerful GM Plus player rank. The quickest method to achieve this strong foundation is by utilizing the Dedue Raid. Dedue Raid is a special in-game event area that becomes accessible at specific times. It spawns every hour at 15 minutes past the hour and remains active for 15 minutes before disappearing. This island where the raid takes place is conveniently located close to the leveling city. The specific shadows you currently possess in your inventory do not significantly impact your success in the Dedue Raid. This is because Dedue Raid features various Ant Soldier enemies, ranging in strength from E to S rank, which are ideal for building your starting shadow team. If you are using starter shadows like Blossom or any others with similar low damage output, you should begin by targeting the C rank Ant Soldiers. These particular enemies typically have between 5 million and 15 million health points. Continuously defeat these C rank Ant Soldier enemies and then use the Arise function on their defeated forms. Arising is the process of acquiring a new shadow based on the enemy you just defeated. Your goal is to arise and obtain for C rank Ant Soldier shadows. Once you have your for C rank Ant Soldiers, it is time to level them up. The most efficient way to quickly level your shadows is to find a small group of 2 or 3 enemies that you can defeat within approximately 20 seconds. This 20-second kill time is key to maximizing your experience gain per hour. Locate such a spot and repeatedly defeat these enemies until your for C rank shadows reach their maximum level. After your for C rank Ant Soldiers are fully leveled, return to the Dedue Raid. Your next target will be the B rank Ant Soldiers. These enemies are tougher, possessing around 150 million to 200 million health points. Continue defeating these B rank enemies and arising them until you acquire for B rank Ant Soldiers for your team. Once you have them, level them up to their maximum using the rapid farming method we just discussed. For your final trip to the Dedue Raid, you will seek out the A rank Ant Soldiers. These are considerably stronger enemies, boasting approximately 75 billion to 125 billion health. Your fully leveled B rank Ant Soldiers should now be powerful enough to defeat these A rank enemies without significant difficulty. Keep farming them until you obtain for A rank Ant Soldiers. After you have acquired these for A rank Ant Soldiers and leveled them up, you will possess a truly solid and formidable base team. This team will serve as your primary force for progressing further into the game. To further enhance your damage output at this crucial stage, your next objective is to increase your player rank. Travel to the Leveling City, a central hub in the game. Within this city, locate and enter the guild building. Inside, you will find options to undergo rank-up tests. Each test requires you to clear a specific dungeon within a set time limit, corresponding to the player rank you wish to achieve. With your current team of 4 rank Ant Soldiers, you should be perfectly capable of completing the A rank test. Successfully passing this test will grant your character a 1 point for times damage multiplier and an additional 5 shadow levels. At this point, you need to dedicate some time to grinding dungeons. Dungeons are instanced areas filled with enemies and culminating in a boss fight, offering valuable resources upon completion. With your current team, you are well equipped to farm dungeons located in Leveling City, Gross Village, Brum Island, and even the lower ranked dungeons in Mori Town. Remember that dungeons spawn every 15 minutes and remain active for 14 minutes before disappearing. Spend your time diligently clearing dungeons in these locations to gather essential resources. These include experience points for leveling up your character, dust for upgrading various items, tickets for acquiring game passes, and most importantly, rank up runes. It is important to note that rank up runes can only be obtained from the ranked dungeons or higher. Continue farming dungeons until you have accumulated 10 rank up runes. As soon as you acquire 10 rank up runes, return to the guild building in Leveling City. Here, you will use your runes to craft a double dungeon rune. This rune is absolutely critical for your awakening process. Awakening is a significant, permanent buff to your player character. To achieve this, you need to complete a double dungeon in Leveling City. Since these specific dungeons are very rare spawns naturally, our strategy involves using your newly crafted double dungeon rune to transform any standard dungeon that happens to spawn in Leveling City into a double dungeon. While you are waiting for a dungeon to appear in Leveling City, continue to diligently farm other dungeons for dust, tickets, and experience, as these resources will be vital for your upcoming steps. Before entering your chosen dungeon for the awakening process, it is paramount to prepare your inventory. Make sure to clear your inventory of any unneeded shadows and weapons. The health of the dungeon's final statue boss, which you must defeat for awakening, scales directly based on the number of items in your inventory. A clear inventory makes the fight significantly easier. Additionally, if you are already a high-level player, it is advisable to temporarily reset your character's stats and unequip all relics before entering this particular dungeon. Now, you can activate both your double dungeon rune and a rank down rune, if applicable, on the dungeon in Leveling City. All that remains is to successfully clear the dungeon and defeat the statue boss. Upon defeating the statue, you will achieve the coveted Awakened status. This powerful buff grants your character 25 additional shadow levels and 15% more shadow damage. This represents an incredibly significant boost for any player, regardless of their current progression stage. After achieving Awakened status, your next major objective is to obtain even higher rank shadows. Wait for a high rank dungeon, such as an S rank, SS, G, or even an unrank, to spawn in either Leveling City or Brum Island. Once a suitable high-rank dungeon has appeared in one of these locations, travel there and meticulously defeat 19 enemies of each distinct enemy type before you actually start the dungeon itself. This precise process is absolutely critical for maximizing your rank-up pity. The benefit of fully maxing out your pity is that the very next shadow you arise will be guaranteed to be one rank higher than its base. When your pity is fully maxed out, you can then safely begin the dungeon. Make sure to use a rank up rune before starting, or if you are entering a G rank dungeon, use an ultra rank up rune. An ultra rank up rune can upgrade a G rank dungeon to an unranked dungeon. It can be crafted in the guild hall in Leveling City by combining 5 regular rank up runes. Once you are inside the dungeon, your goal is to arise for shadows. Because you maxed out your rank up pity beforehand, these for shadows will all be guaranteed to be one rank higher than they would normally be. For example, by diligently following this method, it's possible to acquire for Unplus rank shadows from a Leveling City dungeon in as little as 10 minutes. After obtaining these powerful Unplus shadows, do not forget to level them up to their maximum using the efficient rapid farming method we discussed earlier. Now that you have powerful Unplus shadows, you will need to attempt a few more rank up tests for your player character. Depending on the strength and level of your Unplus shadows, you should now be able to progress all the way up to Unplus player rank. Achieving this player rank will grant your character a 3.5 times weapon damage multiplier, a 9.1 times shadow damage multiplier, and an additional 60 shadow levels. After securing your Unplus player rank, I highly recommend pursuing a high-rank Echo Shard Relic. Relics are equipable items that provide various stat bonuses to your character and shadows. The Echo Shard Relic is particularly valuable as it provides your shadows with additional levels, which will significantly boost their overall damage output. You can obtain this relic from the Faceheal Town dungeon. At this point, we can set our sights on our final destination, farming for the coveted M rank shadows. Before you embark on this, I strongly recommend acquiring a good sword from World 2 to make the process considerably easier. To teleport to World 2, navigate to the Guild Hall in World 1 and locate the purple portal. You can use this same portal to travel back to World 1 whenever needed. Once in World 2, you will need to farm some in-game money to purchase a powerful weapon, such as the Twin Dragon Axe from Dragon City. With your new powerful weapon, we can now move to M-Rank Shadow farming. Currently, the most accessible and efficient way to obtain M-Rank Shadows is through the Summer Events Infinite Desert mode. In this particular game mode, your primary objective is to defeat as many waves of enemies as possible. This is precisely why obtaining a strong weapon was emphasized, as it will greatly assist you in defeating these waves. For every wave you successfully defeat in Infinite Desert, there is a 1% chance that you will receive a Summer Monarch Shadow. This chance incrementally increases by 0.1% with each subsequent wave you clear. For example, at Wave 1, the chance is 1%. By Wave 50, it increases to 5%, and at Wave 100, it reaches 10% to obtain a Summer Monarch Shadow after defeating that wave. Furthermore, when you do successfully obtain a Summer Monarch, there's an additional layer of probability, a 66% chance it will be an Un or Un plus ranked Summer Monarch Shadow, and a 33% chance that it will be the highly sought after M-Ranked Summer Monarch. Therefore, the higher wave you can consistently beat, the faster you will accumulate a full team of M-Ranked Summer Monarch Shadows. Even if you can only manage to clear around 10 waves consistently, you will still progress relatively quickly towards your goal. To further amplify your damage, acquiring potent titles is essential. Titles are special bonuses you can equip that provide direct stat boosts. Some of the easiest titles to obtain that offer substantial shadow level boosts are found within Infernal Castle. By reaching floor 25 in Infernal Castle, you will earn the Castle Walker title, which grants 5 shadow levels. By continuing to floor 50, you will receive the Castle Stalker title, providing 12 shadow levels. Finally, by reaching floor 75, you will be awarded the Castle Reaper title, granting 17 shadow levels. Beyond titles, equipping the best available relics is paramount. Relics, as mentioned earlier, are equipable items that significantly boost your characters and shadow stats. There are 3 top-tier relics in the game that will maximize your shadow's levels and push your overall damage to its peak potential. The first is Crown of Snow. This valuable relic is obtainable from the Snow Monarch boss, who spawns in the Snow Raid. The Snow Raid is a timed event that occurs every hour at 30 minutes past the hour and despawns after 15 minutes. To summon the Snow Monarch boss within the raid, you need to defeat 5 High Elves and the Laruda boss within the first 8 minutes of the raid's active time. The second essential relic is Core of Rebirth. This powerful relic can be obtained from the Hurricane Town dungeon. The last crucial relic you should acquire is Shellcrest. This relic can be obtained from the Infinite Desert mode on Wave 50 with a 20% chance. Regardless of the initial rank of relics you acquire, you always have the option to upgrade them. You can do this at the Blacksmith NPC located in the Guild Hall, using cores as currency. Cores are a vital resource primarily obtained from key dungeons. Common cores are found in key dungeons located in Leveling City and Brum Island. Rare cores are obtained in key dungeons accessible in Lucky Kingdom and Mori Town. Epic cores can be acquired from key dungeons in XC City, Hunter City, and Hurricane Town. Additionally, each of these key dungeons has a chance to drop highly coveted legendary cores. To craft a key for a specific dungeon, you first need a common key, which can be obtained from bosses that spawn every 5 floors in Infernal Castle. You will also need some common dust and 3 runes specific to the desired dungeon type. Once you successfully craft the key, you can then use it to create the needed dungeon where you can farm for cores. After diligently acquiring a few M-Rank Summer Monarch Shadows, make sure to return to the Guild Hall and attempt the advanced rank up tests for your player character. The GM and GM Plus ranks grant truly massive boosts and unique abilities that will further elevate your power. The GM rank will provide you with a 10 times weapon damage multiplier, an 18 times shadow damage multiplier, and an additional 90 shadow levels. It also includes the crucial special ability to guarantee Shadow, Arise, and rank drops from powerful enemies such as world bosses, summer event bosses, and key dungeons bosses. The GM Plus rank will push your limits even further, granting a 16 times weapon damage multiplier, a 20 times shadow damage multiplier, and an additional 100 shadow levels. Its special ability is an upgrade, guaranteeing Shadow Arise and plus rank drops from world bosses, summer event bosses, and key dungeons bosses. However, there are specific requirements to reach these elite ranks. For GM rank, you need to first reach M Plus rank, achieve player level 150, conquer floor 65 in Infernal Castle, and successfully beat the dedicated GM rank test. For GM Plus rank, you need to reach player level 100, conquer floor 70 in Infernal Castle, and successfully beat the GM Plus rank test. To gain these high player ranks, you fundamentally need to achieve a high player level yourself. The main reason to focus on leveling up your character is to significantly boost your overall damage output. With each player level gained, you will receive 2 skill points, which you can then allocate to one of 5 available stats. I highly recommend investing the majority of your skill points into Shadow Power, as each level of this skill increases your shadow damage by 5%. Additionally, ensure you allocate some skill points to Shadow Agility and Shadow Reach. These will make your overall gameplay much easier and faster by improving your Shadow's movement and attack range. The most efficient way to level up your player character is by diligently completing daily and weekly quests. Weekly quests, in particular, provide a huge amount of experience points and also some valuable tickets. Always remember to use it a times experience boost before claiming rewards for weekly quests to maximize your experience gains. After completing all available quests, you have the option to reset them using tickets, allowing you to continue your experience farm without waiting for daily resets. Besides resetting weekly quests, you can also use tickets to acquire game passes for free. Game passes are premium features in Arise crossover that typically cost Robux, but can often be obtained with in-game tickets. The 2x EXP Game Pass is the most recommended initial purchase, as it will cut your experience farming time in half. Other valuable Game Passes, such as Extra Equip to equip more shadows, VIP Game Pass for various bonuses, and Auto Attack for automatic combat, will significantly boost your progress and overall gameplay experience. The best way to farm tickets is by consistently completing high-rank dungeons. For instance, the lowest E-rank dungeon will only yield 1 ticket after defeating its boss. However, a higher rank S dungeon will provide 8 to 13 tickets, and a top-tier unranked dungeon can give you 20 to 25 tickets. Double dungeons, as their name suggests, will reward you with twice as many tickets. To make your shadows even stronger, you need to increase their tire by continuously defeating enemies. A Shadows tier is a separate progression system that grants them permanent additional levels, directly contributing to their damage. For example, reaching the Soldier tier requires you to defeat 150 enemies and will grant your Shadow 1 additional level. The highest tier, Grand Marshal, requires defeating 16,000 enemies and will grant your Shadow an impressive 15 additional levels. This is a truly significant boost to damage. The best spot to rapidly farm enemy kills for Shadow tiering is in World 1, specifically in Leveling City, near the Guild Hall under the bridge. To increase the tier of your shadows very rapidly, you will ideally need the Auto Attack Game Pass. Additionally, allocating a significant amount of skill points to Shadow Agility and Shadow Reach is highly beneficial for this purpose. With these, you will not even need to invest many points into Shadow Power, as the enemies in Leveling City are very weak. To further maximize your Shadow's strength, you need to aim for good stats. Each Shadow you acquire has its own set of 4 different stats: Shadow Damage, Attack Speed, Movement Speed, and Ultimate Damage. These stats come in different ranks, with an E-rank stat providing 0% boost, while an SS rank stat will give a 30% boost. To reroll these stats and attempt to get higher ranks, you need to use Shadow Cores. Shadow Cores can be obtained by defeating world bosses, which are powerful global enemies that spawn at 20 and 40 minutes past the hour in the World Arena in both World 1 and World 2. You can also obtain Shadow Cores from raid bosses, such as Laruta or the Snow Monarch boss, both of which spawn in the Snow Raid at 30 minutes past each hour. Furthermore, the Ant Queen or Ant King, which spawn on Dedue Raid at 15 minutes past each hour, also drop Shadow Cores. To quickly summarize your journey to speedrun Arise Crossover, begin by redeeming the 1.1 million likes code for essential early game boosts. Your first major step is to build a strong base team of shadows by consistently farming ant soldiers in the Dedue raid, progressing from C to B, and then to a rank shadows, ensuring you level them up between each stage. Next, focus on increasing your player rank through the guild hall tests, leading to your crucial awakening. This powerful buff is achieved by crafting and utilizing a double dungeon rune on a leveling city dungeon, clearing your inventory, and defeating the final statue boss. After awakening, prioritize obtaining high rank shadows by maximizing your rank up pity before entering high tier dungeons with appropriate rank up runes, aiming for powerful unplus shadows. Acquire the Echo Shard relic from Facio Town to further boost your shadows. Your endgame goal is to farm M-rank Summer Monarch shadows in the Infinite Desert mode, maximizing waves cleared to increase your chances. Enhance your damage significantly by acquiring strong titles from Infernal Castle and top-tier relics like Crown of Snow, Core of Rebirth, and Shellcrest, remembering to upgrade them using cores from key dungeons. Finally, pursue the Elite GM and GM Plus ranks for massive stat boosts and guaranteed unplus shadow drops from specific bosses. Continuously level your player character, strategically allocating skill points to shadow power, agility, and reach. Maximize your experience gain through quests and tickets, using tickets to unlock valuable game passes. Don't forget to continuously increase your shadows tiers by defeating enemies and meticulously rerolling their stats using shadow cores from world and raid bosses. Alright, let's give a shout out to the 2 winners of the previous Game Pass giveaway. If you see your Roblox username on the screen, make sure you've accepted my friend request on Roblox so I can send you your prize. For everyone else who wants to enter the next giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly, leave your exact Roblox username in the comments below so that I can send you your reward if you win. If you have any questions about this guide or anything else Arise Crossover related, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Arise Crossover guides and content.